So this is an installation called Regulation that brings together two different bodies of work that I made between 2017 and 2019 that somehow address the European Parliament's relationship to the Internet and to governance over the Internet. The first body of work is this larger body of work you see in space here, which was produced in collaboration with some other artists and thinkers. I was invited to spend some time in the European Parliament in Brussels during a session that they had on the future of the Internet. And I gave a talk there, but I also brought with me some friends and thinkers and an illustrator into the Parliament. So we made live drawings with this illustrator that kind of reflected on the discussion that was happening about the future of the Internet inside the Parliament. And it was interesting how the Parliament was discussing the Internet and what was going to happen and what they were trying to do to, let's say, restrict privacy and make sure the European Union citizens were protected from big companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, as they expanded their influence. And out of those sessions and other things came these drawings, which I then framed and added little annotations to in these plexiglass cases. And I put them in these kind of sculptural formations, which you see in the room here, which is kind of like the type of restrictions, spatial restrictions you see when you're lining up. So it's sort of like a chicane or a kind of a gate when you're like crossing a border or waiting in line. So yeah, the idea is that you can kind of relive the moment of discussion about the Internet in the Parliament through these kind of cartoonic drawings and through a reflection on the way the Internet and law is being considered from the position of the EU. There's a second body of work, which is on the wall more recently that I produced, which are paper reliefs, so kind of a shaped paper forms made using a 3D printer. And by feeding into this 3D printer different copies of the European Union's law relating to the Internet, the GDPR laws, and then kind of feeding in also a kind of a logo for the GDPR as a 3D file, and then taking away parts of the document and revealing inside this kind of shape of the logo of the GDPR law. So you get this kind of layering of different legal terms and forms to reveal a kind of a sculptural, poetic musing on the way that governance and the European Union is approaching the law.